So this is a video about how my boyfriend and I made his Oogie Boogie costume. We did this on little to no budget. The burlap that we got, we ended up getting months before Halloween on a really good sale at Joann Fabrics. It was one of those times where it was on sale and we had the 25% off good for everything coupon. So we got 2 bolts of burlap for next to nothing. And everything else was either stuff we already had at the house, thrifted. The one thing that we did buy specific for his costume was the air dry clay from Amazon, and that was $12.99, I believe. So here is the top of the Oogie Boogie costume. I didn't take any pictures or video while we were making it, unfortunately. I fail, I know. To get this pattern, we unrolled a bunch off the bolt and then unfolded it. Like most fabric, it comes folded in half on the bolt. And had Paul lay down and traced an outline of him with a Sharpie onto the burlap. Now I traced it. It was about 5 inches on each side for seam allowance, just, you know, because I didn't know how big he was going to want the costume to fit on him, and we both chonky, so, you know, gotta make it bigger. So yeah, and then we pinned it and we he hot glued the seams together. Our inspiration from this costume we found on YouTube. I'll link that video in the description below. We did it a little bit different. In that video, she had put a felt pocket in the belly to pad out Oogie Boogie. We decided not to do that. But here, he hot glued the hem into a rounded hem, like Oogie Boogie shape. He left the neckline raw. This is just an option. I would have rolled it myself, but he left it raw. And then he dry brushed this aging with some black and brown, just plain acrylic, like the little bottles of craft paint that you can get at Michael's or Joann's or Walmart. For the arms, we did something similar. We rolled out the burlap and I had him lay on it, and I basically just traced around his arm like a big triangle, like think kind of like a starfish. And again, he hot glued the seams. I did the stitching. This is just black yarn. In the video that we used as a slight tutorial of how to do this, they used jute. Unfortunately, we could not find any jute anywhere, so I think the black yarn, it worked well. These are Oogie's pants. Again, did the same thing, had him lay on the burlap and traced out a rough outline of his legs and making it like the arms, like a star, like a starfish. And he rolled the hems. These costumes are all hot glue, with it, aside from this decorative stitching, which really isn't gonna hold much. Again, the same dry brushing. We'd planned to do an elastic waist, but ran out of time and materials, so he used a pair of suspenders to hold the pants up. So this is the back of the pants. This is the foot area. Like Oogie Boogie, he's a burlap sack, basically. And so we had initially planned to leave the leg open and Velcro them to a pair of shoes and then make a pair of shoe coverings to go over it, but we just ran out of time, ran out of resources, supplies. Like I said, this project was almost no budget for us, and I was concerned with it being in a concrete or asphalt parking lot and walking around that the burlap was gonna wear away like it did here, unfortunately. So I made these foot pads. So again, just these were a pair of jeans that I have around that I use for patches and craft projects and what have you. I cut out the pattern and hot glued and more of the dry brushed aging. Now for Oogie's mask, again, the video that's in the link below, we kind of followed. He got there's a hockey mask from Walmart from the Halloween section. It was like 98 cents. And some air dry clay from Amazon. He sculpted Oogie's face, his mouth. There was accidentally a nose, but I think it looks fine. His brows and his under eye. He put tulle to cover the eye coverings. And then he laid the burlap over the mask. I did the stitching. There's an opening in the back, so it's easier to get over his head. And he stuffed the little cone part of Oogie's head. And that's Oogie's mask. After laying the burlap down, letting the hot glue dry, he did the dry brush with the black and brown acrylic paint. Because I can't leave things alone. I went through and I did some more around the eyes. I made some more definition, made it darker, did the wrinkles in his forehead and stuff. The mask is a little heavy. I would say maybe using a different type of clay. We used the Crayola air dry clay and it did come out kind of heavy. But it came out good. I think it's very oogie. Thanks for watching, guys. You can check out the other video on my Oogie Boogie costume I made. It's different. It's not like an actual Oogie Boogie character costume. It's more, it's a dress, basically. So if you want to check that one out, feel free. Leave us a like and a subscribe if you want. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.